Hi, welcome to this week's angel reading. I'm Rachel Scoltock, and this is your reading for the week ahead. So this is a Monday, and it goes all the way through until next Monday. So what have I got here? I've pulled you two cards from the Archangel Michael deck and one card from the very popular Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. Look at the artwork on there. So now this card came out twice. Once when I was shuffling and once when I filled it. So this is a message for those of you who are looking for a healing in your love life. First up, so says the romance angels are helping you. So did you know that there were such things as romance angels? Well, there's angels for everything. You know, our angels are here to help us. They are our non-physical, spiritual beings of light who are there to help you through anything. And so they're kind of like our coaches, our protectors, our guides, our healers. But from a coaching point of view, they help us to get our head around how our thoughts create our reality. You know, that we are creators and that we're not just physical beings. You know, we are energy, and that energy that we put out actually has a influence on our world and on what happens to us. So you create what you expect, you create your beliefs. And so when it comes to love, you know, that's probably a very easy one. It's a bit like money. It's really easy to demonstrate what your beliefs are because what you're creating or what's coming to you. Now, you don't have to take all of the blame if you haven't been having such a great time in love, because obviously there's another person involved. And also, you know, I mean, it affects your beliefs, but also I think romance and relationships are the place where we do our deepest work. They're the place where we learn our deepest lessons. We learn to heal the scars from our past, and we learn the beliefs and expectations and the things that we have inside of us that are not healthy, because they don't, you know, it all shows up in a relationship. So the romance angels are helping you. If you're a person that's looking for love, if you're single or you're looking for somebody to come into your life and you're going, where is my soulmate? Then now's the time to start putting out to your angels. Talk to your angels, not just demand as in right now, right here, I want to know where she is and why it hasn't happened. You know, that's not asking, that's having a tantrum for a start. And secondly, it's about guidance, you know, and it's also about divine timing as well. So talking to your angels about your fears, your concerns, you know, the things you think that might be blocking you, as well as asking your angels to help you release blocks, you know, the toxic things that we believe. You know, maybe there's just no one there for me. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe there's not enough people in my town or country, or, you know, maybe I'm too young and too old or whatever. So those are the toxic beliefs that are rubbish thinking. They need that, those thoughts need to go in the bin because they don't help you and they don't heal anything, and they don't definitely do nothing about attracting what it is that you want. So those thoughts could be the number one thing that are creating. Now, the angels are showing me in my mind's eye like a stack of sticks and rubbish, you know, like when a river floods and then it withdraws, it leaves lots of debris. That's what's blocking you. It's the debris. So it's about changing your thoughts. Now, for some people watching, you have already got a love life, or maybe you don't even want a love life. This is a similar card for you. It's not saying that you're necessarily going to attract a new person. It's a healing for yourself and your beliefs and how you feel about yourself and the world and your relationships with other people. So, you know, we all want love and acceptance. And romance is like a magnified, glorified version of love and acceptance, isn't it? It's like we find somebody who sees us for who we are and loves us completely and unconditionally. And, you know, we've already got that in a lot of ways. We've got that in our angels and we've got that in the divine creator. We are already loved unconditionally. And that's what I think we deep down are craving, because human love isn't unconditional. You know, it can be at times, and if it's consciously given and received. But other times, the old ego gets in the way and fears come up. And that's where we do our work. So this is about the angels are helping you. They're helping you to know that you're loved and that you're lovable. You're not alone. Look how close the angels are to the Archangel Michael in this card. It's how close your guardian angels are to you. And if you open your heart to receive love, that love can permeate and fill you up even before the relationship comes. The love life is healed, your family is healed. The more that you feel loved and lovable by yourself as well as the divine spirit, and I know it's a cliche, but there's an element of truth in that cliche that you have to love yourself first. Because you might attract someone wonderful, but if you don't love yourself, if you've secretly got negative, not good enough thoughts, you can sabotage your love life. So, or you attract people who don't love themselves either. And so you end up having an ego battle over how much love you can get from the other person, which isn't love at all, really, is it? So this is here for you. And it's also telling you the higher you put your standards, the higher you raise your vibration, the more love that you put into yourself and the world. And it's not just about being a martyr. You have to fill yourself up. Otherwise, it then becomes resentment. If you're just giving, you wither away, feeling resentful of like, why do I give all this energy to the world and nothing's coming back at me? Because there's a toxic belief about that. So the more you fill yourself up and you raise your vibration and you feel loved and at peace and at ease, then what you want naturally flows to you. When you come from the ego perspective of struggle, and I'm not getting what I want, and I'm alone, and that I'm struggling, and there's nothing for me here, then you're kind of dropping below the divine mind level, and you feel like you're on your own. You kind of are on your own, because you're not reaching out and connecting to that divine love for help and assistance. You're not trusting and having faith in it. And if I could say there's one thing that I've noticed that is why people don't heal in any aspect, is because of faith. It's a lack of faith. And that's not like, woo-woo, I'm just going to believe in fairies and angels and things. It's a kind of a faith and a strength in the self, and knowing that there is another force beyond your own willpower and mind that is, if you allow it, working out a fabulous plan for you. So this brings me to my next card, which is, yay, God is in charge. Now God, the divine, the universe has a plan. And I sometimes think that almost nothing that we do is our own. I sometimes feel that the divine is working through everything. And there's this amazing plan that even if you fall off your track, if you like, you are somehow guided back to it, even if it's because you go into deep despair and you go, right, I've had enough of this. Then you start to change. It's an opportunity. Everything painful is an opportunity to change. That's all it is. It's an opportunity to change. It's not about them. It's not, sometimes it's about them because it's like, okay, I'm accepting less than I really deserve. And I know that deep down. I'm putting up with things for the sake, and that's, again, it comes back to you. But it's really about you. And what can you change so that you can embrace and have more love, prosperity, joy, peace, and success in your life? God is in charge. Hand it all over. Relationships, fears, struggles, hand it all over to the divine. And the more that you do that, the more you align with the divine plan. When you drop out of the divine plan, is when you're going, okay, this is all about me. It's just me. And look at this one. This is Commander Ashtar. Look at his beautiful energy. And the card says, call to action, take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. Now, when I read this card for this particular reading, I'm getting a really strong message of honesty, integrity, and values. So your values influence who and what you attract. And your values aren't just about being moral and being a good citizen. It's also your values are about what you accept for yourself. Because, many of us are hypocrites, right? We see things a certain way and we wish they would be that way, but we don't actually act as if we expect things that way. So that's not to judge, but this card is saying to you, sit in your power, be an integrous person, be honest with yourself and with others. There's no reason for you to tell a lie or anything like that. Always tell the truth. You don't have to reveal your whole life to people, but if where possible, always tell your truth or act from that truth is probably a better way of saying it, because sometimes not telling the truth can save a life. It can, if there's lots of reasons why sometimes telling a white lie is protective, self-protective. But there are other times when people just lie for the sake of it, or because they're trying to make themselves look good, or because they are avoiding something. So this is a call to action, and it's saying that you've got leadership qualities inside of you. It's your power that's connected to the divine power. And there are huge waves of energy coming into us at the moment. And for some people, they're feeling anxiety, they're feeling unsure about themselves, they're feeling like, what is this strange feeling in my body, getting ungrounded? This is because these massive waves of bright white light are coming into the planet, and they're changing things. We're lifting that horrible layer of, it's like algae, but in a negative way, like scum that's being lifted up and being seen. It's being seen. And then once it's seen, we can do, it's like suddenly noticing that your house is dirty. You go, oh, I better clean that. We clean it up. So we're not only doing that en masse, we're doing that to ourselves too. And so it's not okay to put up with negative behavior, trolls, bullying, people who are sending you sugar-coated daggers, people who are not in integrity with your friendship, with your workplace, with your relationship. It's time to start cleaning that up, and it's within and in your external life. So it's time to be honest with yourself, and that's going to make a huge difference. You're going to just rise up. Amazing things are going to happen for you. So have a great week ahead. At the end of this week, I'm teaching intuitive angel and energy therapist training, weekend one at the Novotel in Coffs Harbour. Really excited about it. Got a beautiful group of people coming from all over Australia who are coming to learn how to heal with energy and with the angels. And we're doing some really deep work, opening intuition and psychic channels. Really looking forward to that. And I'm just about to go on sale with Uluru. Every year, for the last 3 years, I've been holding a workshop at Uluru in the central desert of Northern Territory. Beautiful sacred land, beautiful sacred place, magical, intense energy. And we do work out there. We go and do healing for ourselves. We connect to the angels. We release what needs to go. And I can tell you, it's one of the most powerful places I've ever been. I've traveled, extensively. And this is a sacred place. So if you'd like to join me for that, get in touch, because it's going to sell out quickly. I've already got a list of people who are interested, and early bird price is limited. It's going to be for a very, very limited time, for a limited number. So get in touch, and so that you're ready for when that goes on sale. From my heart to yours, angel blessings. Have a great week.